morning. I hope everyone is well this morning. It's just gone a little bit past 10 o'clock Friday morning, and I did say I'd be here this morning, so hello. Really cold this morning. I don't know if anyone else has found that, but here on the Central Coast I think we might have even had a little bit of frost. I'm not quite sure, but it looked a bit frosty when I came out to the car this morning. But it's supposed to get up to 19 today, which is really lovely, so it looks like it's going to warm up quickly. Good morning, Chris. How are you doing? Was it cold over at your end this morning? Hey, Emma. So this morning I've actually had a couple of days out of the studio. I've actually been teaching classes up in the Hunter Valley for the past 2 days, which has been interesting because they can only have 10 people in the space that we have up there. Good morning, Leonie. And so everyone's sort of spaced out a little bit, and we all bump elbows when we say hello instead of hugging. It's all very odd, really. But we still had a great card making session. Those card making days are full on. They start at 10 and go all the way through to about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and we make 6 cards over the course of the day, so pretty full on. But I did, the first one booked out so quickly on Wednesday that we decided to put another one on, and that booked out as well. So we have Wednesday and Thursday. Good morning. So, I thought this morning, seeing as I haven't had a lot of time to think about what we're going to do together, I wanted to go through one of our new kits with you, and I thought that would be fun. I haven't even opened it up myself yet, so we can open it together and see what it's like, and check it out. So, I'm going to put the phone in the holder. We'll get going. I won't be able to see your comments while I'm actually creating, but I will check everything at the end and make sure that I've answered any questions that you might have. Yes, Leonie, it is harder to share when you have people further apart, but I noticed my feet got very sore by the end of the day because I was doing a lot more walking between people. I was walking all day on my feet. So yeah, that was a little bit challenging, but apart from that, it still went really great. Everyone had a really lovely time, so it was nice. And I had a good time too. Hey, good morning, Barb. How are you going? All right, I'm going to pop this in the holder. Just give me a second while I get my... I should have set that up first, but anyway, it's set up now. Let's see how we go. I'm going to turn the camera around. All right, see out the window. It's a beautiful day, but it's just a bit chilly. All right. Now, what I should have done before I started was put the phone into airplane mode so I don't get interrupted and don't get any phone calls. I never think of that until I'm halfway through my phone call, but through my video. But if a phone call comes in, I just decline it. So and ring them back. It's important. They'll leave a message, right? So, new catalogue, we have it here. If you don't have one of these yet, please let me know and I'll send one out in the post to you. If you're in Australia, that's no problems to get one out to you. And the kit that I wanted to do, this one, as you can see, it's all still new, packaged up. This is called the Simply Citrus card kit, and I'll show you where it is. It's in the new catalogue here, just right in the first few pages. So it's page 7, and it's here. Now this one, it makes 15 cards. There's 3 each of 5 different card designs, so you get good variety in there. There's some stamps, there's even a block, there's some little embellishments, there's ink, everything you need. So this is what we call an all-inclusive card kit, which means you don't need to have any additional supplies. Everything is in the box, okay? And these are really popular. And actually I had quite a few of these go out the door when we went into lockdown a couple of months ago, because people were looking for stuff to do and for the kids to do in the holidays and all that sort of stuff. So this is a really cute little one. We've got a couple of different all-inclusive kits. There's another one down here that's super simple. This one's called Looking Up. Not a lot of stamping in this one, so this would be for someone younger or a complete beginner. But if you would like to get a little bit more a bit more creative, then you're probably going to prefer something that's got just that little bit more work involved, which I think is the fun part anyway. We do have a couple of other beautiful kits. We have this one, the Gorgeous Posies. Now this is what they call a project kit, not all inclusive, because you buy the stamps separately. So you can purchase all the bits to put them together, all the, you know, the twine and the stickers and the bits and pieces, but the stamp set is separate and it doesn't come with ink or anything like that. And then we have this one, which is what they call a product medley. Now this is like a kit, but much bigger. Okay, this has got heaps and heaps of stuff in it. This is called Boho Indigo, and this one is more expensive because it's got dyes, it's got stamps, it's got absolutely everything. However, this will keep you going for ages because the beautiful paper, this blue and white paper, you can see it here as well. There's heaps and heaps of it. I think there's, let me double check how many sheets you get. I'm wondering if it's, yeah, 48 sheets. 48 sheets of this. It's 6x6 paper. If you ever run out of it, don't be alarmed because you can get a refill kit. Okay, now the refill kit has just got, you know, the papers and the sheets of embossed paper and the die cuts and flowers. It doesn't have the stamps or the dies. So the full packet of this, everything with dies, stamps, the works, is 122. Okay, but it has everything in it. So these are some of our kits out this year. The one I'm using today being an all-inclusive kit that includes your stamps. This one is $56. Okay, so just bear that in mind as we look at it. But let's see what's in it. So I'm going to actually grab my scissors. Well, we are almost up to the shortest day of the year, guys, and then the days will start getting longer again. Almost the middle of winter. So I like the box. I always love these boxes. I just think they're really, really pretty. So it's like a crumb cake colour or craft colour with little lemons all over the top of it because it is called Simply Citrus. So let's see what's in it. Can you see in the box okay? Can everyone see that okay? Okay. So I just have to open up my package. Here's my ink pad. It's a Night of Navy mini ink pad. Oh, and here are our stamps. So you can see there's some great little words. Thanks for being you. Just a note. Hello sunshine and way to go. And then this cute little lemons and either orange or lemon slices and some little flowers and some leaves. Really cute little set. And under here, oh actually it's already open on the side here. Here's our block. So that we've got a block to put our stamps onto. And open up all the bits and pieces. I always get excited about opening up a new packet like this because you don't actually know what's, I mean, it does tell you in the book what's in it, but you don't really realise what's in it until you open it up for yourself. So this is the instructions. So, like I said, 5 cards, 3 of each, so it'll make 15 cards, which is great. Okay, and it shows you each card in detail, the different components of it, and then there's little instructions, what's meant to be in your kit, what's included, different languages. Then we have our envelopes, of course that's important, and the envelopes have got these cute liners on them, so those ones, orange ones, and these have got the little oranges and lemons, so they're cute. So there's half for each of those. These are the card bases, so, and I'm going to make a couple of these up with you today, so there should be 3 of each. So those ones, the coral, oh, there's some die cuts there, I'll pull those out. This is the new green. This is Just Jade. It's such a nice medium strength green. I'm already starting to use it quite a bit. And then we've got some die cut shapes here. Pull those out as well. More card bases. More die cut shapes. And more card bases. Aren't they cool? It also lists the colours in the catalogue as well, so you can see what colours you're getting in this kit. We have a big page of dimensionals. So you don't even need dimensionals or adhesives. That's taken care of as well. You will need scissors to snip your twine. There's some little flowers in there as well. And if you can see those cute little like vellum flowers. And some little mini glue dots. I think that's what those are. And I think that is almost it. And I've got these die cut shapes. So really nice. Now I'm looking at my instruction sheet and I'm thinking, which card shall we make today? Does anyone have a suggestion which one they would, the first person to tell me which one they would like? So the Just a Note Jade, Just a Note here on the multicolour background, the Hello Sunshine, way to go, thanks for being you. Does anyone have a favourite? Good morning, Roz, how you doing? Hello Tina, how are you over there in the US? Hope things are going okay for you. Does anyone have a favourite card they would like me to do? Just a Note, this one with the Just Jade background? Okay, done. We'll do that one. Alright, so let's see what pieces we're going to need. I'll open this up and it shows me, yeah, it's this one here. Okay, so I'm going to need, it's pretty simple and straightforward. I'm going to need the Just Jade dotted background. We'll pull that one out. And they're already pre-scored for you, so that makes it really easy, although I do still like to use my bone folder because it doesn't sit flat until I use my bone folder. Oh, more die cut shapes there. These are for my sentiments to go on. Alright, so that's all done. That's all done for you. You haven't got to put anything else together there. That's why they're very quick and easy to make up. Now, I need this kind of, what's that, like almost a hexagon shape. This one here, I think. There's actually a couple similar ones. There we go. It's that one. So I kind of like to pull out all the pieces I'm going to need first. I'm going to need these blue. You can see that blue piece there. And I'm going to need one of the circles. I'm just checking to make sure these are all the same. Yes, they are. So the circle with the stitching around the edges. Put that out. There's some twine. Got that already. And there's a couple of little flowers on there as well. So just making sure this, so this tells me what my kit includes. There's a couple of tips. It does say that the Night of Navy Classic Stampin' Ink dries more slowly. I think those of us who end up with Night of Navy on our hands all the time would agree with that. To avoid smearing, let the ink dry for a few minutes after stamping before touching it. So I think we'll do our stamping first with that in mind. Don't worry about trying to line up the stamped images perfectly over the printed images. They're designed to be slightly offset. So what they mean by that? You might see, can you see here, I'll bring it up closer, that there's like an outline, but when I look at this piece, there is no outline. Now I could leave it just like this, but my stamps will actually match up with these and provide that outline if I want them to. So you could go through and do the whole thing like they did here, and line up all the stamps with all the leaves and all the little citrus slices, or you could leave it as it is. I do think I will do at least the citrus slices, and I'll decide if I want to do the leaves as well. But as they're saying, don't worry about lining them up perfectly. They're actually designed to be slightly offset, and if you can see that here in the picture. They're not completely, totally, perfectly lined up, which is kind of cute. So I love that need not having to be perfect. So this one is a landscape card. I'm going to do it exactly as the. So I'm going to do all this first, and just, this is how it's going to go together. Pretty simple, hey? Very simple. Alright, so I'm going to start with the words. Better open up my Night of Navy ink pad. If you wanted to, instead of opening this one, you know what? I'm going to actually use my Night of Navy ink pad out of my bag that I had yesterday. I'm just going to grab it because then I haven't got to open this one. So give me 1 second. Here's my Night of Navy ink pad. This saves me opening this one up. So if you already have one, you could use your own, but then the words that are on this one is just a note. So I'm just going to open up my stamps, take that one off. I find the easiest way to put these on is line them up on your grid paper here, and then line your block up also on the grid paper, and then it'll be straight on the block. Not that it really matters, because we're going onto a circle anyway. Now I've inked it up with my Night of Navy ink. I do like, this is not mandatory, but I like, especially if I'm stamping with photopolymer stamps, I like to actually use a matte underneath. I just think it gives you a better image. So we're going to put that there, like that. And actually I'll take this, I'll give that a clean in a moment and take it off. Put my block back. Alright, and seeing as we're going to do some of our other stamping at the same time, let's also do these ones. So you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I do rather like the look of this. If you have your own blocks, you could of course use your own blocks rather than using the one that's supplied. So I've actually got a little tiny one here, which is block A. This is our smallest standard block, and I'm going to use that one today. Brand new one. When they come, they have like a little bit of protective plastic on either side. You just peel that off. So you could use a block that's supplied, or you can use your own blocks. I personally, if I had the choice, if I had some smaller blocks, I always go with the smallest block for the stamp that I can, because the bigger your block, even though this is a great all-purpose size, this is the same size as block D, and I think that block D is probably the most useful because it can do some pretty big stamps and some smaller ones. But if you have a smaller block with a small stamp, you're less likely to get ink on the rest of the block, which means you're less likely to mess up your project. So if you have a smaller block than block D, go ahead and use that. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my head in here. Sorry about the back of my head. And as it said, don't worry if it's not perfect. I'm just going to put these over the top. They are rather nice, aren't they? Should have a little piece of paper over the top of that, but oh well, doesn't matter. Ideally you want to have a piece of paper. Let's just use the back of this sheet, because then you won't get ink on your pad. Because we're kind of going off the edge of the paper. So this is optional. If you didn't want to stamp these, you wouldn't have to, but I kind of like doing the stamping on those. It does look rather good. And then I can compare the one that we just had with another one. There you go. So you'll be able to see straight up how this is different. One stamped and one not stamped. What do you think? Do we like the one that's stamped or the one that's not? The leaves on the block now. I'm going to use the small block again. I'm going to use my Night of Navy ink. Now there's two leaves on this. So stamping them perfectly is probably almost impossible. You do actually want them to be offset, and that's why they're telling you don't be alarmed by that. But because they're see-through, it's pretty easy to do. And the Night of Navy does look rather nice with these fresh colours. I rather like it. Has anyone bought any of the kits lately? Either out of the new catalogue or the old one? Who's bought kits before and loves them? They're really great if you want quick and easy cards, or if you're a new stamper and you're wanting to get a good introduction to what stamping is all about, then kits are great. I like that this does 2 leaves at a time. It's a lot less work. today sending out the card kits. If you've registered for my Zoom launch, which is not tomorrow but the following Saturday the 27th, those are going out today, so you'll have them in plenty of time, the class pack, so when we get down to our launch next week we'll be able to make the cards together. And I'll be in touch with everyone over the course of the next few days so that I can make sure everyone's got what they need on their computer and we're all set up and ready to go for Saturday. Oh, I just realised I missed this one here. You know how I said I might not do them all? I did them all. Oh. There we go. I'm just going to add that bit of, I missed one of the, actually I missed that leaf too, but it doesn't matter. Look at that. Alright, so now we can compare them. We have one that's not stamped and one that is stamped. They look a bit different, but which one do you like? You can go either way. Maybe I'll have one done and one not done. Okay, so then we're ready to put these together. So I'm going to pop some of the dimensionals from the sheet. I'm going to pop a couple of them around. Probably 4 is plenty. Oh, I do like this. Isn't this green beautiful? It's called Just Jade, as I mentioned. Now, looking at my picture, let me see, I think I need to add the string. So the string they've got that going all the way around the card. I don't know if I want to do that, actually. The good thing about these kits is you don't have to do it exactly the same as what they say. I don't think I want to go all the way around. Oh. Ah, found it. So this is like a baker's twine in coral and white. It's Calypso Coral, or is it Terracotta Tile? Let me have a look and see what it says. Yeah, Calypso Coral and White Baker's Twine. Calypso Coral is one of my favourite colours, actually. I use it a lot. It goes really nice. It's a subtle. It goes really, really nicely with, I'm going to use a glue dot. This is not in the kit. The glue dots are not in the kit. They're my own. I'm just going to add that. I'll just leave it there for a second because I'm not quite ready for it yet. Now, this one goes next. You could use snail if you wanted it to go flat on, or you could, we've got glue dots, so let's just use them. Or we could also use, I think, we could also use these little glue dotty things. We want to stick it straight down. So they're in your kit as well, the glue dots. And they're on this sheet. See that? Now I could also have my, if I wanted to, I could have my twine going around just this piece, but I'm not going to even do that. I'm going to use dimensionals for this one. Probably 3. Oh, 4. 3 would be fine, but I happen to grab 4. Take the backs off. I've been finding my dimensional backs in funny places lately. They just seem to show up all over the place. Right. So you can see how quick and easy this is. I'll get my glue dot now. So if you don't want your twine going around, you don't have to have it going around. You can just pop a little piece on like I'm doing. And I rather like that. We also have these cute little vellum flowers. How you want to pop these on would be up to you as well. But my suggestion is take the back off these little glue dotty things and then stick your vellum flower onto the dot, which is on the backing and then pull the whole thing off. And they are really cute. Look at that. Aren't they sweet? Take the back off. Oh, you might want to use like a pokey tool or the point of your scissors to get these off. Just makes it easier. So the back comes off a little more easier if you just use something sharp to pick it off like that, rather than trying to use your fingers, which can be a bit tricky. Put my flower on, give it a push, take the whole thing off. And you can have as many of those on there as you like. There's actually quite a lot of those little flowers in the pack, like that. But I've just put a couple on there. And if you wanted to, it's not in the pack, but you could put on some bling, you know, a bit of, you know, bling never goes astray. Maybe some gilded gems would look really pretty on that. Or you could even pop something in the middle of the flowers. That would be nice as well. What do you think? Isn't that a cute card? I just think this is a great little set for quick and easy if you want to send notes to friends. And the words are nice. So the words I mentioned before, just a note, hello sunshine, which is always cute, way to go, and thanks for being you. So they're really, oh, there's another one here. Oh, that is the just a note. There we go. But aren't they cute? I think these are fabulous. So let's have a little look and see. Oh, and what did people think? I'm going to have a look at the comments and see whether you prefer the darker outline or whether you prefer it without the outline. What do you think? Good morning, Jan. How are you going? Yes, I love the Jade Dotty base too, Michaela. Yes, they're really thick, nice and thick, like I guess easily as thick as like Whisper White thick cardstock. So yeah, really good solid base. Nice. Yes, I think it's good to use your grid paper for lining up the stamps and sentiments on your block. It just makes it easier. Good morning, Angela. How are you going? Yeah, I think I like the outline when the card is actually put together, Laura. Like when it was here, just the little piece, I think I like both. But once it's put together, I think I do rather like the outline. It stands out more. Yeah, I agree, Kathy. Darker is nice. Okay, so did you want to do one more? Shall we do one more? Totally up to you guys. I'm happy to stay around for one more card if you'd like me to. Actually, this time I'm going to pick one. I'm thinking I might like to do this one because it's a little bit different. The one with the yellow, it almost looks like a washed background. So let's quickly put that one together as well. So we'll go back to our card bases, and it's down the bottom here. Yep, I'll put that one aside. And like I said, they come pre-scored to make it really easy for you. I'm going to use my bone folder to just... Now I'm going to guess this colour is Mango Melody, but let me double check that. Does it say... No, it just says printed card bases. In the catalogue it says, so on page 7... Yes, Mango Melody is. So it's a to me it's really the colour of ripe mangoes, really is. So Calypso Coral, Garden Green, Just Jade, Mango Melody, Night of Navy and White. They're your colours. Really fresh, very, very fresh. As soon as I saw this one, I knew I wanted it straight up. So let me find the one that we're looking at this time. This one here. And there's some little notes here that tell you what you're going to be adding, so if you can't actually see it in the picture, you can read the notes and it tells you each one. But I'm just going to use this one. I've got this cute little die cut shape here. I managed to get a bit of a shadow here from my stamp before, so I'm thinking I might cover that up somehow. Now they've got the twine wrapped around again. They've got it going around here. They've got it going around here. Maybe I will, because it's only a small piece. So I'm going to tie that on. Like I said, if you don't like tying things around, you can just glue dot the the bow on. So I'm just going to try this on. I find tying things around a little more challenging too. I don't know if you find that, but I definitely do. I think sometimes it's easier to tie a bow and stick it where you want it rather than trying to get your... See, that to me isn't really tight enough, but that's okay. We can make it tight. So I'm going to snip this off. And then at the back here, I'm actually just going to, because I'm going to put the whole thing on dimensionals anyway. So I'm going to grab a dimensional, put one here, and put one here. And now it's tight. So I made it do what I wanted it to do. That's the good thing about papercraft. You get a lot of control. You can make things do what they don't want to do. Just remember that you are in control. Right, so this is going to end up on here. I like the way they've got it offset. You could put it right in the middle if you prefer. I rather like the offset look though. And you know how, like before, I said we should do our stamping first? Guess what I didn't do? We haven't done our stamping first. But that's okay. We'll do that next. Alright, now this time our stamp, the thanks for being you, is on a little hexagon. So let's turn to our die cut pieces. This piece here should be fine. Yep, it's going to fit nicely on there. So let me get my thanks for being you. And I'm going to use my next size up block. Actually, this is block C, I think. Yeah, block C. And I'm going to use my Night of Navy ink again. It doesn't take very long to dry, so if you do want to give it, a few seconds, 30 seconds or a minute to get it to dry, there's usually something else you can do in the meantime. In this case, I'm going to stick on my little Vellum Flowers. Isn't that a nice font, that thanks for being you? It's beautiful. So I've got some more little Vellum Flowers. Pull them out. Let's go back to our glue dots. The flowers are cute. They've got kind of a little, they're not flat. They've got like a little, they're like a little dish. So you can have them so the petals are up in the air. And I'm just going to pull the backs off. Oh, that one didn't come off, so I'll just stick it on there. And where are we going to put them? I'm going to put one on my picture. I'm following what it is doing on the picture. I'm going to put one here. And then one at the top. They usually say from a design point of view, I'll put one right there. You can't see my little misstamp from before. They say from a design point of view that odd numbers work best. So when you're adding elements, you want to add 1, 3 or 5 rather than 2, 4 or 6. And I do a lot with my with threes. I find threes, and 3 from a design point of view is very pleasing to the eye. So if you're adding 3 bits of bling or 3 little flowers or something like that, so I've got 1, 2. This piece is going to end up on here, so I'm actually going to put this at the corner of my my sentiment there, and that's my 3. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals behind this. See how quick and easy these are? They're fantastic. If you're looking for a nice way to spend a bit of creative time. And then you can add your own elements if you've got them. You don't have to. I mean, that's a completed card. But let me just quickly look in my bag here. I think I might have, and I do, some gilded gems. So let's use these little size gilded gems and give these little Vellum Flowers some gold centers. So this is not in the kit, these little gold bits. These are just my own. But we have these gilded gems in the catalogue as well. I love them. I use them for all kinds of things. They're over with the embellishments on page, I think it's like 100 and, ooh, I'm going to guess, 154, 153, thereabouts. Let's have a look. No, I was close. It's 156. They're these, actually 157. These little guys down the bottom, gilded gems. So they're $12.25, and you get 90 in 3 different sizes. So I've been using them lots for all kinds of things, and I think they're really, really cute. You can see I've nearly used up this whole sheet. But how cute do those little flowers look with their little gold centers? So you can add your own little bits and pieces if you think that you want to bling them up a little bit. And I can see that this kit is going to get very well loved and very well used. What do you think? Do you like it? So there you go. We made 2 cards in pretty quick time. I think they're beautiful. Does anyone have any questions? I'm just going to take a look at the comments for a second. Nope, no questions. So, I hope everyone's got a good weekend lined up. It's supposed to be a nice weather, I believe, on Saturday at least. I'm not sure about Sunday, but any weather is good crafting weather, don't you think? I hope you can all get out in the sunshine and do something fun. And I'll be back with more for you soon. I'll post this this video to YouTube so people can watch the replay if they want to, or you can watch it right here on my page. And I've also got a couple of YouTube videos coming out in the next few days with a couple of different ideas with some cool stuff. And before we go, one last thing. This promotion is still going. This is our Pick a Free Bundle starter kit promotion. Now what this is, normally is starter kit in Australia is $169, but you get to pick $235 worth of product. So it's your choice. You can have anything in there that you would like. But right now, until the end of June, they're also throwing in a free bundle. Now a bundle is any stamps and dies bundle combination, or stamps and punches bundle. So all the bundles are listed in the back of our catalogue. You can see here there's one that says, I believe it says die bundles here on page, starts on 173, and for the next few pages. Any of the bundles listed there can be yours for free. So only $169, and you're going to get $235 worth of product and a bundle. So that's pretty fantastic. Or if you prefer, there's also a whole bunch of punch bundles. You might prefer a punch bundle, especially if you don't have a die cutting machine, then the punch bundle will definitely be the way to go. So I think they are absolutely fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed making these little citrus cards with me today. I'm going to have fun making up the rest of those. But I just think they're beautiful. I'm really happy with how they turned out. Have a fantastic weekend, guys, and I'll be back with more for you very soon. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.